Well, welcome. Here on this channel, we talk about fragrances that are amazing. But today we're going to talk about a very luxurious fragrance. And this is from the Perfumer that was just especially geared to the stars, the clientele in 1975, niche before niche. And we'll say clientele like Richard Gere, Julia Roberts, and many others, yours truly. So, but before we do that, we're going to talk about the scent of the day, and that is none other than Roja Dove. And we'll just get a little look at this. But now what you came for. Let's get into this. None other than Henry Jacques of France. In 1975, Henry Cremona would produce fragrances, bespoke fragrances for Richard Gere, Julia Roberts. The clientele list goes on. It wasn't available to the public. They only catered to just a particular clientele. And they were in the attar form, so it was pure oil in the 15 mil, 30 mil, and 60 mil sizes, and could run you anywhere from, let's just say the 15 mil size, could run you as much as $800, $900. But in 2010, it became available to the public, and they have over 113, I do believe, perfumes in their database. But today we're going to talk about one which is called Musk White. And just look at the detail. This is a hard box, okay? And then we open it up, and then here we go, Henry Jacques, and yet another box. And it sits in here in this little pedestal. And you can see how much juice I used out of it. I use this very sparingly because it's so costly. And this is a 75 mil size, which became, they started releasing some of them in the spray form, which I was happy to. I do want to just get a little sniff of this. Oh my God. Woo. Yes. Very good. But we're going to talk about what to expect out of a Henry Jacques. A Henry Jacques fragrance is for the serious clientele, for the connoisseurs that are absolutely want top notch, and top notch it is. They don't make samples really. I came across this, the very first one that I ever came across, like I said, was in the attar form, and I bought it, and it was called Snow Rose. And then in the attar form, it only taken just a very little, I mean minimal. You could just take the stem and just touch, and I mean, it's everywhere. It's damn near fills the room, even though it's an attar, which usually attar oils, pure oils, don't project as much. It's usually within close quarters. But I was happy when they came into the spray form. And this particular 75 mil size will probably run you about $800, but it is worth every penny to me. Is absolutely. But what's inside of this? Okay, inside of this, you get some freesia, you get some iris, you get ylang-ylang at the top. You get in the mid, you have mimosa, you have Damascus rose, and you also have jasmine. Now that jasmine is glandiflorum, which means it's normally more geared to the female. I find this unisex right down the middle. But it can also be a little indolic, which I happen to like. Then the iris can be powdery, definitely powdery, and petals. And just a little side note for somebody that might not want to know, but the iris flower has 3 petals to it. And what it means is wisdom, valor, and faith. May even be a 4th word on there. And then the lang-a-lang is where it gets the floral, yellow floral. I don't pick up much freesia, which does add a little sweetness to the composition. The mimosa adds a little sweet and honey smell to it. It's a beautiful smell. You really must get your nose on this bad boy. The rose, Damascus rose, my favorite rose is actually the Taif rose, but this one here is no slouch. The Damascus rose can give a little lemony smell. Oh yeah, and then at the base, that's where it comes together, and that's where the action is. This is where we're going, and that's where when the musk comes in, and it's of course it's probably a synthetic musk, but be it as it may, it's very good. It does remind me of a little of the musk by Serge Lutens, but I like this one. And if you can't get your hands on this, you can, for half the price, I would say reach out to Serge Lutens and grab their musk, and you're gonna be okay. But the only thing is that in here, it also has bourbon vanilla, and that does sweeten it up some more, but it's not overly sweet at all. And it's a very, I would say it's very alluring, very angelic type. Definitely, and I do prefer the attar better, but again, you're only getting 15 mil size unless you're willing to fork over $1,600 to $2,000 and get the 30 mil size. But if you can just get the 75 mil, that'll suffice. That'll be good enough, good to go. This was released, like I said, in 2010 is when they started releasing their attars in the atomizer form, which I'm happy to say. Even then, look, I've had this, like 2010, and this is 15 years, like what, 2025, and you can see how much juice I've used. Quite a lot, but hey, I really do enjoy this one, so I try not to. This here can, if you got the deep pockets, you wear it every day, but I don't have deep pockets yet, so I lean on some of my other top contenders with this. But this here is, like I said, Henry Jacques, the epitome of fragrances, and they do also still make bespoke, which means that you can have them make something up special to your liking, and that no one else around will have it. But hey, 113 perfumes in there in their database, I'm sure they have something. And they're now in Singapore, of course France, but now if you're in the States, you can go to Beverly Hills, and they have opened a Henry Jacques store there. I suggest you go there, get your nose on these bad boys. If you have them send you a sample, it's just really on. I could show you when I was able to get my hands on it, maybe 20 of them. They did come in the oil form, and they were sent to me from Paris, and of course I paid for them. But now in the Beverly Hills store in California, they're only going to introduce it to you on a little strip, and then they'll put it in some plastic. But when I say that these things last, oh my God, I have some in my drawer. I probably got maybe 3-4 years ago, and you literally can still smell them on the strip, even inside the plastic seal. You don't have to open the seal. You could just take and put your nose to it, and you got it. But Henry Jacques had also collaborated with another perfumer named Christophe Tolomer, Tolomer. And so they're creating some beautiful fragrances. I can't remember the tennis guy. I think, gosh, if somebody could help me out there, Rafael Nadal or something like that. They created some for him, and but this is what the celebrities actually wear. The celebrity fragrances that you see on the counter, that's just created with their name on. But this guy here is the actual perfumer to them personally. And I would say, experience Henry Jacques, my favorite perfumer, along with Roger Dove, Amouage. Okay, I've worn that 25 years ago. But we're here to talk about the main attraction. Again, thanks for stopping by. This is where we're going to always talk about, but this is the luxurious of the luxurious, if that makes any sense to you. This is the #1 Henry Jacques. Okay, so hey, thanks again. I deeply appreciate you coming by, listening to me rant about the things that we love, or if you can say, ramble on about the things that we love, and that is to smell good. So always remember, hit the share button. Hey, share it. Hit the like button. I hope you subscribe. I'm gonna always keep you engaged in the things. If you like these type of fragrances, I'm gonna always try to come at you with the heavy hitters. Appreciate you stopping by again, and always remember, keep smelling good. Bye.